Welcome to FPL Team Talk. This is my team selection for game week 9. It's a bit of a complicated week. The Lukaku injury, Saka out. I've got quite a few players and transfers I've had to move on that I didn't really plan to. So it's up in the air a little bit, but I haven't quite hit the button yet. But I'm going to tell you my plans, what I'm thinking of doing. It's only game week 9. It feels like the season's gone on for a year already. Don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but let's have a look and I'll tell you what I'm doing. So here's the fixtures for game week 9. Obviously it kicks off quite early this week with a Friday night game between Arsenal and Aston Villa. Some really nice games coming up on Saturday. There's a Chelsea-Norwich game that obviously sticks out like a sore thumb, and obviously bringing up right at the end, possibly the game of the weekend. We've got Manchester United versus Liverpool. So lots of points on offer, guys. Let's have a look at how my team is shaping up. There's no changes in goal. I've got Foster and Ramsdale. They're really two set and forgets for me. Both playing goalkeepers, so really thrilled I've got the option. But Ramsdale wins every day of the week for me. At home to Aston Villa. One thing I quite like about Ramsdale, he seems to be making a lot of saves. On the good side, that's obviously giving me bonus points. Bad sides, it means Arsenal's defence isn't perhaps as sturdy as we hoped it would be a few weeks ago. Conceded a lot of chances to Crystal Palace, conceded 2. I'm not expecting a clean sheet, if I'm honest, at home to Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa will score, but if Ramsdale can pick up some bonus points, I'll be thrilled with that. As for my defensively, I'm looking at Rudiger back fit. He played against Malmo, so chuffed to bits that he's around. It was a worry last weekend when he missed. You never can tell with the injuries how long they're going to last. Tuchel never particularly giving us a lot of information. Christensen played the last 2 games as well, so hopefully he keeps his place with Thiago Silva having been played in midweek. I'm hoping 2 games in a week's too much for him, so Christensen will get the green light. Cancelo scored in midweek, that's great news. Unfortunately, no FPL points for that. Cancelo and Diaz rested last weekend. Let's hope he comes back in. Livramento I'm playing at home to Burnley. Southampton's defence seems to be pretty good. Burnley not scoring many. So as a cheap defender, he's in. I'm playing 5 across the back. This is where I've made a few changes. Saka was in last week. He obviously got volleyed off the pitch by MacArthur. So Havertz comes in for him. Gallagher starts. I just think they've got a great fixture. I don't want to lose that out. Gallagher, very important player for Palace, gets involved. Disappointing last week not to get some sort of contribution with the 2 goals. Rafinha, Bielsa's come out and said he's fit and ready to go. That's great news. Salah can't even possibly entertain the idea of dropping him. Benrahma may be the one that misses out and gets onto the bench. Even though at home to Tottenham, I do think that's a good fixture for West Ham. They're playing so well at the moment. But I'm really struggling who else to bench. So it could well be Benrahma. But Havertz in, really tempted to captain him above Salah. At home, playing up front against Norwich, what are the reasons do I need to look for in order to captain someone? If he was on penalties, even better. But I am, at this moment in time, I'm pretty set on going Havertz captain. Up front, then I've got Antonio. He's been absolutely legend this FPL season. Armstrong. He had a great start to his career at Southampton, obviously scored in that first game, dropped last weekend, didn't see that coming. Broja came in and scored. He was possibly the one I was going to move on to. So it'd been Armstrong to Broja possibly if the Lukaku injury hadn't reared its ugly head. But I have made the other change up front. So Lukaku has come out, Vardy has come in. It was a real toss-up between him and Tony, and a real discussion about it. Vardy came out on top in the end. Those fixtures longer term look really good. But the plan will be to bring Armstrong out next week, Tony in to get some of those good fixtures that Brentford have got. I'd also love to bring in Bremen, but I don't think it's going to be worth a hit. And no doubt between this week and game week 10, there's going to be some sort of injuries or suspension issues that we're going to have to address somewhere else. But at the moment, it would be Armstrong out next week for Tony. But for this week, Vardy comes in. There was also some discussions about whether it is worth captaining Vardy. Away from home at Brentford. Brentford, not a bad side. I'd much rather target that Norwich game for Havertz. Salah, obviously, always in the conversation. But away at Manchester United, don't know, just doesn't feel right. He could easily score, obviously. But the odds and the sensible choice seem to me to be Havertz. Having spoken to a few Chelsea fans, they consider him to be absolutely nailed on up front. I can't really see who else they're going to play. Scored when he came on against Malmo as well. So all the signs are there that he should be the man that's going to be on my captain. So there you have it, guys. There's my side in its entirety. At this moment in time, I am going to hit that button and transfer any minute now. I can't see a lot of changing. The only thing that possibly could have changed is that Saka is declared fit. Arteta said he was going to be sort of monitoring him over the next day, making a late decision on him. But I can't take him out. I can't bring Havertz in, who's going to be my captain, unless I take him out. It would be Benrahma. The problem I've got also, I think, is that Lukaku's dropping in price tonight, and we've got Havertz going up in price. I just think the two things combined, I'm going to lose 0.2. I think I'm just going to hit the button and do it. On the bench, tough one. It's a great problem to have. Livramento at home to Burnley, I just think Southampton will keep that clean sheet. There's a good chance of that. So then you start looking at Salah, can't drop him. Rafinha against Wolves, he's such an important player to them. No captain Havertz. Gallagher's got a good fixture as well there. And then you've got the two Chelsea and the two Man City defenders. So it just leaves you with Armstrong, who probably won't play for Southampton. He'll be on the bench. Then you've got Benrahma and Antonio, which seems crazy because I still think they've got a good chance of returning against Tottenham. But I don't know where else to turn. I think those two will have to be on the bench. It's a high likelihood, I would say, that at least one of those Chelsea or Manchester City defenders misses out. That's kind of the deal, isn't it, with Manchester City? You know the rotational risk, as you do with those Chelsea defenders. So I expect one of those to miss out. And unless there's a surprise admission anywhere else, it will end up being Benrahma and Antonio. And I've just got to make a decision who's going to be first on that bench and who's going to be second. Benrahma being a midfielder, maybe with possibly the penalties, might win the day. But Antonio's just had such a great season, you couldn't rule him out. So it's a tough one. And also, you know, with Antonio, he does feel a bit of a card risk these days. He got booked in the last game quite early on, already been sent off this season. But he does get 90 minutes. So there's the possibility there that he may therefore just get that sub spot. But maybe he won't be needed anyway. Okay, guys, that's all for this video. Please give it a like, subscribe if you want more new content. We're coming out with a Game Week 10 preview very shortly in the morning. So to everyone out there, good luck Game Week 9, and I'll see you on the other side.